Everyone had an opportunity to review the February agenda, January minutes, treasurer's report. And do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I have a request to change.
Okay. And who said that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's better.
So sorry, doing two devices here. I have a request to change the agenda to add to, we had a prom request from Marmonton Valley to see if we'd like to donate to their prom.
Okay, so we'll add that as new business C. Okay. And so, with that adjustment, do I have an approval to approve the consent agenda with that addition?
I'll approve, Marie.
Okay,
I'll second, Bruce.
okay, thank you. All right. And then, so old business, and so we still have some openings for the spotlight, agencies presenting in the spotlight, for March, April, and May. So if your organization would like to, present, please let Jessica know, and we will get you set up for one of those months. And nobody's jumping up right now, so that's
Well, okay, I'll go ahead and tell you, I spoke with the director of the Juvenile Detention Center in Girard. Our county is part of an 11-county consortium that uses that center. And I'm on the board there, and figured that there might be a presentation, because they do mental health, substance abuse, counseling. They do just education, because kids need to continue school, that kind of stuff. If you think that's something that would be of interest to y'all, it's not part of this group or directly right here, but it serves our youth that are in trouble. And he said that he would be happy to do a presentation any of those 3 months.
I think it sounds interesting.
I agree. I think that would be really valuable.
Yeah.
What did you say it was, Bruce?
His name's Michael. Gosh.
What was the
I'm not
agency?
thinking of his last name.
Juvenile detention. Okay.
But I have his contact information, and what he thought is if we could tell him either March or April or March or May, then according to his schedule and what's got going, we could just plug him in there.
Bruce, if you can email that to me, I can reach out to him to set that up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
I will
you.
do that.
Very good. Thank you, Bruce. Okay. And then Tony Hoffman, our youth speaker. Jessica, did you have some updates on that, or did you want to talk about that later?
There's excuse me, we've received some sponsorship from SEK Recovery, Allen County Commissioners, and also the lofts. So approximately we've raised 4,200. I spoke with Tony Hoffman, the speaker, and he's actually, because we were able to get him an Airbnb to stay, he deducted his price to $9,000. So we will only be using $4,800 out of the Y-Link money. We receive Y-Link funds for each school district, so each school district will be donating those funds towards our speaker. So I just wanted to give a shout out to SEK Recovery, Allen County Commissioners, and the lofts.
So did you say the Lofts were donating the space for him to stay?
Correct.
Very nice.
Hmm.
Yes. We need to make sure we get out some thank you cards too.
Okay. And we're currently scheduling with the bowl list for everybody to be able to go on the 21st.
First.
February.
So that's coming together pretty nicely then. And then did that work out then with Y-Link that we don't have to give them any funds up front?
We will have to give them that amount up front, and then we'll get reimbursed back.
Okay, all right. I noticed Kristen's not on, so we'll just make sure we get with her and do what we need to do. So, okay. Humboldt and Chamber dues. I believe she got those paid. Let me look here at the. Yes, in looking at the treasurer's report, Humboldt and Iola Chamber dues were paid on January 31st. So $50 and $165 for Iola. 50 was for Humboldt, so that has been taken care of. So new business, fundraising ideas for Family Safety Night, which is gonna creep up on us pretty quick. Any ideas? I know we had talked a bit about the ice cream social again. We usually get a little bit of funds there. I don't remember exactly, what was it? I think it was over $100, but not a huge amount. It's not on this treasurer's report, but we won't be able to do that until after Family Safety Night. So, any other fundraising ideas other than just requesting donations? It's got to be some creative people out there. Fundraising ideas. Is it possible would each of your organizations be willing to make a contribution? A financial contribution? I know you're all actively participating usually with the Family Safety Night event. So you're
I
kind
was
of,
gonna say, normally, and this is Debbie Higginbotham, we send letters out for donations, and it seems like we've always had a really good response to that also. I mean, I'm not really sure about, fundraising, but I do know that
Mhm.
the community has responded well to Family Safety Night and supporting it.
Okay. So we will just see if we can get those letters going out. And Jessica, do you still have the list from last year?
I do.
Okay.
Have we asked like a restaurant to do a dinner night where they donate a proceed of their funds one night?
That's a good idea.
That is
Get
a
a
good
local
idea.
restaurants involved? I think those are fairly easy. I mean, even if we offer to, a couple of us go help do dishes or whatever, I mean.
Mhm.
Well, Pizza Hut does that for curb.
Yeah.
They give like.
They-
50%.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they do it a lot in Lawrence at different restaurants. Obviously, there's more up there, but
I wonder if Strucky's
just-
would be a good.
wondered like Salmon Louis or something on that order.
I was
Rookies.
thinking Pizza Hut used to do that where they would put
Mhm.
coupons out. Yeah. And so we could check with the restaurants and
I think that sounds like a good idea. Just something different and
Salmon Louis and Rookies and
The 5 Mexican places.
so how do we want to approach that? Do we want some volunteers to reach out to a restaurant or two?
I don't
This
mind.
could be an opportunity to get a task force or a subcommittee together,
Mhm.
so we can maybe work on that.
To
Okay,
say, I don't mind making phone calls, but I don't know anybody. If anybody knows the owners or managers might have a little more luck than me just cold calling, but.
okay. And I don't know, is this something that where we could also involve some of the youth? Or, I don't know, depends on, that may depend on the business owner. And the age of and the age of the kiddos. So. Does anybody have any relationships with any of the business owners? That they would want to reach out? Oh, well, you said a task force, Jessica, so that's. Would anyone want to volunteer to be on that task force?
I'll be on it.
Okay, thank you, Tegan. Anyone else?
I mean, I will, of course.
I can help.
Thank you, Maria.
And that was Marie? Is that?
Mhm.
Okay. Anybody else jumping in there? Don't want to miss out on the fun. You can put me down too, so. Okay. So what? Do we want to try to?
I
well,
can send out an email to create a meeting and we can kind of go more into detail on this.
Okay, yeah, I think the sooner we try to get that put together, the better.
Yeah.
And also trying to get the list out, because what are we, June? Oh, March. I would like to see us have our donation request letters sent out sometime in March. Does that seem appropriate?
I think so.
Yes.
Any other discussion or comments regarding Family Safety Night fundraising, preparing for that?
I'm just curious who we should reach out to for live music. We kind of hit a brick wall last year, so maybe we can start planning that early. But does anyone have any suggestions of bands or musicians that might be interested that we could reach out to who would be willing to donate their time and talent? Okay.
Did you say a musician or something?
Yes.
It's that, I don't have a strong connection with them. Is it that Paul Vernon? I don't know what kind of musical act you're looking for, but I know he's performed locally.
Yeah, he's somebody that we communicated with last year, and I plan on reaching out to him again this year.
Okay, but if you're wanting something more formal, I'm in the orchestra, so I may be able to ask a few people.
Oh, that'd be great. Yes, please.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, I was gonna say that college, their music department might have some,
I don't know if they
but they might be in session.
or out of session.
I guess.
We tried to do some sort of karaoke last year too, so that would be another request. If anybody knows anybody who would be willing to maybe set up some sort of karaoke or anything musically inclined, send us an email. Let us know.
I was gonna say there's lots of musically inclined people in this community, so you know, if there's a lot of people that sing at the Iowa Community Theater, if they, it's it's just kind of for fun, if they would, if anybody that, you know, does things there that sings, that would want to sing solo, or if they want to put together a group, I don't know. So we need Paige on here. She's part of
Oh, yeah.
Highland Community Theater. So I'll see if I can reach out to Paige.
Gonna say, I know a DJ we might reach out to, but he doesn't do live, so. It'd be recorded.
Okay, so just something we can continue thinking on and keep our ears open for opportunities there. So. Okay, Humanity House, the grief support group starts February 19th at 5:30. Does anybody have anything on, any more information on that? Or is that just
So
a,
we are planning to start at 5:30. And anybody have somebody that wants to attend, if they'll just let us know name and phone number so that we can kind of have a list, and if there's changes in time or anything of that sort, we'll have some way to contact them, and that's what we're looking for. They can either instant message us on Facebook, or they can call us here at Humanity House 620-380-6664.
okay. And is that going to be like a weekly support group, or how often will they meet?
Yes, it'll be weekly.
Okay,
Is in person or Zoom?
It is in person. We don't have the facility set up for Zoom at this time.
okay. And I think I saw, there's a couple things in, Debbie put in chat, Barb, but would you be interested in presenting, being an agency in the spotlight for Humanity House?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's kind of backtracking here. Is there a month that would work for you?
Mid-March might be okay.
I think Jessica was reaching out to the guy from the juvenile detention for possibly March.
Okay, April would be fine also.
Okay, and we'll confirm.
And Michael said any of those 3 months, Carol would be fine with him. So if we want to hear from Humanity House first, that's great.
Okay, so Jessica, do you want to coordinate with Barb after you've connected with Michael?
Okay.
Okay. And that way we can get you set up there too, Barb, okay?
All right, well, thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, and then the Moran prom request, and I think I wasn't able to make the board meeting, so I think they told me there was, I had an email that Kristen sent out something when the Moran request came in, that last year, I think we donated $100 to each prom, Iola, Humboldt, and Moran. But our budget does not really allow us to do that this year. And but we could squeeze by with doing 75 to each school for prom.
And Carol, I want to point out, I think we can also use Wyling funds for that. So
That's
we
right.
could possibly do 100 each again if we'd like.
Okay, yeah, I forgot that you had brought that up too, so.
So I would make a motion to do 100 for each using Wyling funds, so we could be reimbursed for that. for each school district.
I have a second.
I'll second, Marie.
Okay. So I have Jessica motioned and Marie seconded to make $100 donation to Moran, Humboldt, and Iola schools for their after prom using funds from Y-Link. All in favor, say aye.
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 Hi.
Anybody opposed? Okay, motion is passed. Okay, and Jessica, we are ready for your update for drug-free communities.
So in the, in the last month, Tegan and Debbie and I have been reviewing our year 9 work plan. We're in really good standing on meeting some of our objectives. Obviously, we still have time. It ends, year 9 ends in September, but we are on point of meeting our objectives. We do have a CDC DFC annual performance report webinar due tomorrow, so we will be attending that to see if there's kind of any changes on the reporting. And then we are starting to schedule times to create our year 10 application and work plan, and that will be submitted in March. So we will most likely get with the board to kind of go over the objectives. Depending on the time, we might be able to bring it to the coalition as well to discuss our objectives and to see if there's anything else we need to add or change. It just really kind of depends on our timeline there. So last night we attended the Iola Public Library Board, and our Iola Middle School youth presented their tobacco environment scan findings. The youth did great. The library is in agreement to start getting more signage, and they are also considering becoming a tobacco-free grounds. So that was pretty exciting. We would like to celebrate and maybe give the kids some donuts at our next meeting. I think that's on Friday, so I might just go get some donuts and celebrate that. It was a really good win for them. We have registered for the Resist Takedown Tobacco event in Topeka. That's an overnight stay, March 27th through the 28th. We're taking about 6 youth. And then we've also registered for the Y-Link training, and Y-Link is the one that addresses mental health, stigma reduction, and behavioral health awareness, and that's going to be on March 26th. And we're also going to be, and that's a 1-day training. So we're going to take about 6 youth to that as well. Tegan and I will be joining.
Where's the Y-Link training?
In Topeka. What questions does anybody have?
When you guys do a scan, what do you do?
So for the Iowa Middle School, we actually walked from the middle school to the public library, and we kind of just went around to see if there was any kind of evidence of tobacco usage, if there's vaping, if there's cigarette butts. The findings were, we found it all.
Right.
And some pill boxes.
The things you don't want.
Right. So it was pretty interesting. And I forgot to say, I wanted to share a picture of the kiddos if I could.
Mhm.
They did amazing. It was a quick presentation, but they did great. Very proud of them.
So what kind of signs does the library need to put up?
So we're gonna be sending a policy to KDHE, and they give us free non-smoking signs, and they have can quit cessation number on there as well. So
Nice.
we kind of use that for when 2 years ago when we became a tobacco-free grounds as well. So that's where we got our signage.
That's awesome.
The kids, good job.
Will do.
Yeah.
They're requesting donuts or breakfast pizza.
Casey,
Well
We'll
deserved.
just do donuts.
Well deserved. Okay. Tegan, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, just to add to that, we are continuing to meet with our schools monthly and talking about doing some sort of 5th quarter as a positive maybe after prom or after game activity to promote rather than partying, as well as getting prepped for sticker shock coming up in March, April. Yeah, those are the last two.
All right, it's good stuff. Okay. All right, so, and any upcoming community events that anybody wants to make us aware of?
This is Robin, and I have, it's not really a community event, so you can stop me, but I've been working on legalizing chickens within the city limits. So I haven't officially requested to be on the agenda, but I've got the paperwork. So I plan on being on the city council agenda on February, where's my date? 26th, which is a Monday evening. So if you guys wanted to contact your local city councilman, if you're interested, or there's actually at the library in Humanity House, there's also like a little petition if you want to sign, or you could appear at city council with me and for support. That's it.
And Robin, I'm sorry, there was a truck that went by and I could not hear what you were requesting. Which,
No, I was just saying I'm trying to get chickens legalized within the city of Iola.
okay, okay.
So there's a petition at the library if you want to sign, and then I'm going to go before city
you can have a
council on
chicken.
the 26th.
Not yet.
We can have chickens in Chanute, you just can't have a rooster.
Yeah, I can share the my official quote recommendation, but there's not going to be any. I did not ask for any roosters.
Yep. I want to bring in the predators.
Okay. All right. So, we'll move on to agency updates. What your agency's got going on?
This is Barbara Button at Humanity House. We have on March 2nd, Bridges Out of Poverty training, and you're all invited to attend. This is a way that people can learn about poverty and kind of the rules that go behind different classes, middle class, upper class, those in the lower class experiencing poverty. And it's the beginning of a process of being able to assist people in walking out of poverty. So I'd love to have everybody show if they could. It's from 9 to 1. And it's at the Southeast Kansas Mental Health Conference Room, 304 Jefferson.
What day? March 2nd.
That's a Saturday morning, so. And we'll provide goodies.
Awesome. All right.
Is there a fee to join?
No.
No fee.
Just call Humanity House to register. I think, I don't know, about 8 years ago, I went to one of the classes and it was mind blowing. It was very informational. I highly recommend.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Anybody else? What your organization's got going on?
Hello, everybody. I will go ahead and share real quick. I'm not sure if my coworker already has, so if she has, please excuse me. I had to take a call at the beginning of the meeting. My name is Cassidy Lutz. I work for the Southwind Extension District as one of the Family and Consumer Science agents. Myself and Amanda Clausen are working to put together youth babysitting clinics throughout the district. So that being said, we're going to offer a location in Chanute, Humboldt, Iola, Fort Scott, and Yates Center. That's going to be the week of spring break for all the schools. So it'll go from March 11th to the 15th. We're going to be in a different location every day. It's open to youth ages 12 and older, especially those kiddos that want to take advantage of a babysitting career or maybe look into it as a summer job opportunity. So we're going to teach the safety pieces. We're going to teach youth entrepreneurship, leadership, CPR and first aid skills, resume building, all the good things. So if you have any youth or work with youth that might be interested, please feel free to share the flyer. I will go ahead and send that in the chat now. But yeah, send kiddos our way.
Cassidy, can you email that to me, Jessica McGinnis?
Yes. Yes, I
Thank
sure will.
you.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'll go ahead and say something about my work. I normally don't talk about my work. I work for the state. I'm the assistant IDD director for the state of Kansas. And so agencies in our area that provide those kinds of services are Tri-Valley and Good Life are the main ones. But anyway, part of what, for those that are familiar with the IDD waiver, we have a really long waiting list, and we are currently working on a community supports waiver to address that. And it's actually really exciting in my little world. If anybody wanted to talk about it more, I'd be happy to do so. But it's big news for my commission.
Very cool. Very cool. I do see in the chat, Amanda Clausen put out there that they have a QPR suicide prevention training February 22nd at the extension office. And local food workshop is in Parsons on February 23rd. Let's get growing seed growing. And you can call any local extension office for more information. So. And anyone else? Lots of good stuff. Okay. Going once, going twice. Okay, if there's nothing else, our next coalition meeting will be March 5th. And so if not, I will accept a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll second.
I didn't, as long as Marcia got the names.
Jessica and Marie.
Okay, all right. And so this meeting is now adjourned, and thank you all, and we'll see you next month. Have a great day. Thank you.
Everybody is scared to motion or second. Just say it.
See you,
Good to
everybody.
go.